welcome back to another vlog. I'm so excited to be vlogging today. I feel like I have so much that I want to tell you, but hold on. First things first, I blew my hair out smooth this morning and then I just like twisted it into a low bun while I was in Pilates. Oh yeah, I was hoping it would give me like a little bit of like a curl on the ends. But happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday afternoon. I went to Pilates, stopped at the grocery store. I got some really good food for the week. Yesterday I was sort of planning out what kind of meals I want to make. Let me do a little grocery haul while I put the stuff away. Oh, but also I stopped at a local coffee shop and I got their salted coconut nitro cold brew. It's just like a seasonal drink they have right now on this like special menu that I think I saw online is like inspired by some famous coffee shop in New York. I don't know, but I was like, ooh, I saw it on their Instagram yesterday and I was like, I need to try. That sounds so good. And it is incredible, but I'm so glad I got a small because it's very sweet. But oh my god, it is so good. I got some sourdough bread. I got ground turkey. I want to make ground turkey meatballs. I got spinach, grape tomatoes that I'm going to roast up to make a pasta with. I got some green beans. I got asparagus. I got tomatoes on the vine. I got a cucumber. I got some broccoli. Needed more garlic. I got some balsamic vinegar. I'm so excited because I'm about to make a salad right now with these gluten-free chicken breast bites. They're tempura style. So excited to try these. I follow Danielle Carolyn here on YouTube, and there's this salad that she makes all the time, and she just takes like cut up breaded chicken strips with cucumber, tomato, I think red onion, and like a vinaigrette, and it just looks and sounds so fresh. So I'm gonna make that because I'm starving. And then I got a couple Alanis because I just like to always have them around. You just never know. Sometimes I just need those. So I'm going to do the turkey meatballs with green beans on the side and probably like some jasmine rice. And then I'm going to make angel hair pasta. I have some chicken breast in the fridge. So I'm going to make chicken with the asparagus, broccoli, and the grape tomatoes roasted up. I think I have some red peppers in there too, so I'll probably throw that in, some garlic. It's just really yummy. And yeah, this salad I'm about to make now. And then I have frozen fruit and coconut milk. So I got the spinach so that I can use that to make smoothies. And then sourdough for breakfast. I can have like some sourdough toast with eggs. But I'm gonna cook these up. I'm gonna put them in the air fryer and then just chop up some cucumber, tomatoes, and I think I have red onion. Yeah. Perfect. And then drizzle a little bit of the balsamic vinegar and a little olive oil, salt, pepper, and that'll be my lunch. So let me put this stuff away, make that really quick, and I'll show you how it looks after. All right, here it is. You know, it doesn't necessarily look the most appetizing probably, but it smells amazing. I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil. It's so nice to have this spray bottle for it, so I can just do a light amount. And then I'm just gonna do a little drizzle of the vinegar, and then a little salt and pepper. A little taste test. I'm gonna try to get a bite of everything. But I am going to enjoy this and then get ready for work. I have to leave in about like 40 minutes to head to the salon. So I will see you there. Oh my God, my little turtle friend is back. So cutie. Okay, I'm at the salon now. Obviously, I have my first client down the hall in the processing room under heat. I am so excited for this appointment. She's been coming to me for over a year now, I guess. And it has been a journey with her hair. She used to color her hair with permanent. I want to say she used box dye too. I'm pretty sure. But she has not a lot of gray, but enough that it's like noticeable enough to bother her because her natural color is pretty dark. And anyway, she was like doing permanent color, covering over her grays for a while, and then decided that she wanted to attempt to do gray blending. But I think the stylist that she went to just doesn't specialize in that. And she got her hair highlighted. I think she went 2 times to the same person and got her hair highlighted, and they completely destroyed her hair. It was fried, and it didn't even get that light. It was like really uneven and brassy and pretty orange, but she literally had breakage that was like this long at the crown of her head. And yeah, it was pretty rough. And so then she found me, and we've just been like nursing her hair slowly back to health. And literally, I think for the first several months, I didn't even give her like an actual full-on haircut. I would like take her hair and I would just like trim all of like the little dead split ends so that we could like keep her length as much as possible while slowly like growing it out, and just babied it. And she's been like so good about taking care of it at home. And we've just been doing demi-permanent to help cover her grays in between, as you know, she's been growing it out and getting it healthy again. And now her hair finally is like long enough. Those pieces that were once like this short are now like long enough that I was able to blend everything and do like long layers, and it looks so cute, and it's so shiny and healthy. And it's really only like the last couple inches on her ends that have the old highlights. And it's just so much healthier, and so much better. So now we're not gonna like do any lightening and start with like adding highlights to like blend the gray just yet, but we're gonna slowly start the process of just getting her a little bit lighter. So I was using a level 4 demi-permanent to cover her roots, and now we want to hopefully aim for being able to do a level 6 instead. So that way she can just be a little bit of like a lighter brown overall. And then in a few months, like I said, once summer's over, I think will be a good time, because it's just easier when you're like not out in the sun and going to the beach and all of that. And plus she's very traumatized from everything that has happened to her hair, of course. So she's like kind of scared to do too much anyway. So we're just taking baby steps now, but I am doing the Malibu CPR treatment on her. So step 1 is the color disruptor. That is currently on her hair, processing under the heat. And then once that is done, I'm gonna wash it out and follow it up with the CPR packet. Then I'm gonna rough dry her and see what we get as far as the color, and then we'll go from there with a demi-permanent to cover over her grays. I'm very excited. I will show you what her hair looks like after the full clarifying system is done and her hair's dry. I need this today. Good morning. Oh my God, I need the caffeine. caffeine so bad today. I have not snoozed my alarm that much in a long time. I snoozed for an hour and a half. I literally, or no, a little more than that, I guess. I got out of bed. Oh my God, is that a turtle? Hurry, get over to the other side. Luckily, this isn't like a busy main road. He's almost to the other side of the road. Aww. There was that turtle in my front yard yesterday. That's a different one. The coloring's different. But, oh, and I forgot. Well, by the time I got home last night, it was almost dark out. I forgot to look for him or her. I don't know. I probably was not the same exact turtle, but very similar looking turtle. A couple months ago, I opened my front door to go leave, and it was just sitting there right in front of my front door. And then I think I was like just going to the grocery store or something, and by the time I got back, it was gone. But yeah, so cute. I get so many cute animals in my front yard, and it's so funny because I have a doorbell camera, so it'll go off whenever it detects motion outside, and middle of the night it'll go off, and I check, and it's always some kind of animal. It's either a cat or a deer. One morning at like 5 in the morning, there was a mama deer with her little baby, and they were just laying there, and she's like licking the baby, and the baby's like running around. I feel like Snow White, and it's like, oh, I love that these animals come and they feel like safe to just be in my yard. And I love that I can watch them from the camera without like scaring them off or disturbing them. So sweet. Anyway, yeah, I literally didn't get out of bed until like 20 minutes before I needed to leave. And I had to let Benny out, refill his food and water bowls, get myself ready, obviously. So yeah, I was just rushing around, and now I'm on my way to Pilates, which I really don't feel like going, but the gym, and I could technically call them and say like I'm sick or something, but I try to only do that if I actually am legitimately sick, because technically if you cancel within like a 12-hour window, they're supposed to charge you a cancellation fee, and it's just, you know, not worth it, especially when I'm already paying my membership. So it's like the class, in a sense, is already paid for, and then I am paying extra money on top of it to not go. So it's just not worth it if I'm just being like lazy. Yeah, I would have loved to skip it, and if I could have just like canceled it on the app with no repercussions, I definitely would have. But this is why, for me, like, I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this and to afford to go take these classes, because this is the only way I can like be held accountable. Because if I just had to like go show up to a gym and work out on my own, I wouldn't go. Like, and I just would not have been able to stay as consistent as I have been. But it's the fact that like the classes are already signed up for, and I gotta go. So yeah, I'm feeling super tired, and thank God it's Pilates though, right? And not like CrossFit or something like super high intensity, because I just don't have the energy in me for that today. But we're gonna go do this Pilates class, and then I have 2 clients at the salon. They're both kind of like longer appointments, so it's still gonna be like a full long-ish work day, but I'm looking forward to it actually, despite being tired, because it's 2 of my regulars and I just really enjoy spending time with them. So it'll be a good day. I just need to wake up a little bit, but honestly this is helping already. And sorry I didn't end up vlogging anything else yesterday. Completely forgot to get an after clip of my client's hair, but it didn't look significantly different from the last clip that I had showed you after doing the clarifying treatment. I just then like covered her grays, and because I used a demi-permanent, and I ended up doing a level 6 on her, so that's what we're gonna start using from now on. So it's not like as dark and as like opaque full coverage, so it still like deposits color on top of her grays, but it keeps the dimension of them, so it almost makes them look like little baby highlights. And then we're just gonna keep doing that for a while until eventually we like add more of those sparkly looking highlights so that they blend in with the gray, and then she can eventually just sort of like let it grow out. That's the goal. But yeah, it looked good and it's just getting so healthy, so that's the most important thing. But my man showed up and surprised me. Well, he texted me like as I was getting towards the end of my client's hair and said he wanted to take me out to dinner, and I was like, what, tonight? Right now? Okay. So he showed up and took me to get sushi. It was really sweet and just so nice, and I'm just not used to stuff like that. I'm so incredibly above and beyond happy. Like, I can't even express to you. So yeah, but that was nice. We went on a little date night, but the only thing is that because we ended up going out, and then by the time I got home, it was already like 8:30. I was planning on cooking dinner last night and then having leftovers that I could bring for lunch today, but since that didn't happen, I don't have any meal prep. So I'm gonna have to get food delivered to the salon because I'm gonna be working until like 6 o'clock or 6:30, and I can't wait that long to eat. But yeah, that is the update. So I'll see you when I get to the salon. Good morning. Happy Friday. I didn't vlog anything yesterday. It was a very boring day. It was productive though. I went to Pilates in the morning, went to work, and then came home and just got a bunch of things checked off my to-do list. Like, I finally ordered a new driver's license with my updated address because my driver's license right now still has my old address from my last apartment. And obviously now that I bought a house, I'm like, okay, it's worth it to take the time to update my address on everything because this is obviously going to be my permanent address for a while. And I just want everything to be like streamlined and match up. And I had to renew my car registration last month. So now that that's updated, I figured I may as well do my license and my voter registration and like all that kind of stuff. And my passport is going to expire this September. And I actually have a trip coming up. That was one of the things that I wanted to update you on. It is so crazy. So listen to this story. I have been saying for like the last few years in a row, I've been wanting to go on a vacation to an all-inclusive. I went one time, like literally 10 years ago. Some of you have been following me since then, so maybe you remember because I did post a vlog from that trip. But it was literally, yeah, like the end of 2016, right before I started cosmetology school. And it was with my boyfriend at the time. I went with him and his parents to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And funny enough, we ended up breaking up a month after that trip. So we were kind of at that point in our relationship where it was like, you know, we just weren't getting along a lot of the time, and I just wasn't like super happy, even though I was so grateful to be invited on that trip with his family, and I did have a really good time. But I remember the whole time thinking like, this would be so much more fun if I was with my friends or something, or like just someone that I got along with more, that wanted to do the same things as me, and that I wasn't like arguing with, and you know, like, I don't know, it was just like a very awkward time in our relationship. But it was so beautiful, and like ever since that trip I've been wanting to go back, or at least do something similar, like an all-inclusive somewhere in the Caribbean. Maybe a month or two ago, I was out with the guy I've been dating and some of our friends, and my friend Mandy. That night in particular, I kept saying like, we should go on vacation. We need to go to an all-inclusive. We need to go to Punta Cana. It became like this vocal stim where we just kept saying Punta Cana, and it just like became this inside joke. And whenever we'd be like on the phone with each other or we'd see each other, that was like how we would greet each other. And it's just like been our thing the last few months. Anyway, so Mandy saw on Instagram there's a bar in our town that had been doing Love Island watch parties. And they were gonna do a watch party for the finale. And with that, they were doing a giveaway to a trip to Punta Cana, to an all-inclusive resort. And she was like, oh my God, it's like meant to be, because we keep, you know, that's our thing. And you keep saying that we gotta go to Punta Cana, to an all-inclusive. And obviously we love Love Island and we had been keeping up with it. So it was basically like you had to go there at some point throughout that week and like order a bucket of drinks, a large pizza, blah, 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 and then be there for the finale watch party when they draw the winning ticket. So we were like, all right, we're gonna go to the finale and we're gonna get the pizza and the drinks and whatever and enter. But people had been entering like the whole entire week. So what are the chances, you know, that we're gonna win? Well, the night of the finale, it was storming so bad here. It was pouring rain, thundering, lightning. The roads were flooding. That's how much rain we were getting. And I was like, I don't know, like if they're still having the watch party, because this particular bar, they have a big giant projector screen, but everything's outside. And like, it's only the actual bar part itself is inside. And it's like, I don't know, the part that's actually like indoors and covered is pretty small. So I was like, how are they planning on having a whole watch party and keeping all of these people? Like, I don't know if there's gonna be enough space, because the outdoor area is like 90% of this bar. And we kept checking their Instagram to see like, did they post any updates saying like they're canceling it or anything? They didn't. So we highly considered, because I was kind of like, well, you know, we're most likely not going to win anyway, and like we could just stay home and watch the finale at home and not get rained on and deal with like tight spaces and a big crowd of people. So we almost didn't go. We get there, cannot find parking anywhere, and the roads are like flooding at this point. So we're driving around in circles, looking for a spot, almost gave up and turned around and just came back home. We finally find a parking spot. We're walking to the bar, literally getting like our feet, thank God I wore flip-flops, because literally we're just walking through puddles. The water is like up to our ankles. As we are approaching the bar, a transformer blows and all these people are like coming out, leaving the bar, and they're like, oh, are you going to the Rift? Because all their power is out. Almost stopped right there and then and just left. But then we were like, nope, we're gonna see this through. We're gonna go. We get inside. It is completely pitch black. We have our flashlights on our phones. Honestly, thank God. Like, it just worked out so perfectly, because had the power not gone out and we had to stay there, it was so packed with people, because everyone, you know, it was raining, so everyone's in the little small indoor area, and it was like bodies on bodies. It was so hot from the body heat. It was awful. Obviously, they have to cancel this now, and this was 20 minutes before the finale was supposed to start. And, you know, we can't like enter or follow the rules, because we were supposed to like order stuff, and they can't take any orders because there's no power. Obviously, like they can't make pizza in the kitchen. But we were like, all right, well, let's go to the bar anyway and just see if they'll give us raffle tickets, because like we're here. We tried, and luckily they did. They gave us the tickets anyway, and we literally just took the tickets, thank you, turned around and left, and we went and we just got food somewhere else and just watched the finale at home. I was really underwhelmed, by the way. It was like so predictable. I'm like, damn, I should have entered some kind of like betting thing or whatever, because I literally called it like the exact order of the couples. I knew it. I just felt like it was just so obvious. Anyway, like this whole season, I mean, there were definitely entertaining moments and quotable moments, but overall, it was like kind of boring how a lot of the couples just stayed together from the very beginning. But I mean, if they really like each other, good for them, happy for them, but it wasn't as entertaining to watch, you know? If you also were watching Love Island this season, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought and who was your favorite couple out of everybody. Anyway, so the bar said, you know, obviously, like, we got to cancel the watch party. We will draw the winning ticket and we will post it on our Instagram later. So next morning, I wake up, I open Instagram. It's the first thing that pops up on my feed. And it's a video of them dumping out all of the tickets and pulling the winning one. And sure enough, we won. Well, my friend Mandy had the winning ticket because we each got one. And we had said, like, we're entering together, obviously. So if one of us wins, we both win, because the prize is a trip for 2 people. And I knew it too, because mine was like 1 off. I think the winning ticket was like 5-1 something 4-6, and I had blah 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 4-7, and she had, hers was handed to her before me. So I was like, I texted her immediately and I was like, did you check the video, look at your ticket, which number do you have? She left it in her car, so she's like, okay, hang on, let me go get it. And I'm like dying of anticipation. And all of a sudden she FaceTimes me and she had the winning ticket, and we were screaming, just freaking out. Like, I couldn't believe it. And the fact that, like, there were so many things that happened that night that almost stopped us from going all together, but it just was meant to be. Like, it was truly meant to be. And I'm like, we manifested that shit. The fact that that was like our little inside joke, and then they happened to be offering this giveaway, so random, because, like, what does Punta Cana have to do with Love Island? Like, they film Love Island in Fiji, you know? Like, it's just very specific. I mean, I know, like, Punta Cana is a very popular destination for, like, all-inclusives and, you know, that kind of thing, but still, it was just, like, of all places. They have a local travel agent that's setting up the whole thing for us, so we were in communication with him, and we just got our itinerary this morning. So yeah, we're going to Punta Cana at the end of October. I'm so excited, but my passport is going to expire before then. So I was online seeing, like, what I need in order to renew it. All I need is to get a new photo. So at some point, I obviously want to do it, like, sooner rather than later, just to be on the safe side, because I know sometimes they can get delayed and take a while. So within, like, the next, you know, week or so, I'm gonna take my picture for that. And I'm actually really excited because my photo obviously is 10 years old now, because it's expiring this year. And I hate my passport photo. I hated it from the very beginning. So I've been waiting 10 years to get to retake my photo. I hate my driver's license photo too. And it's so funny because I did it a few summers ago when my hair was to my chin and blonde. So it doesn't even really look like me. And I also was like 20 pounds heavier in that picture. But it's in black and white, so I feel like it's not as obvious and whatever. I would have had to make an appointment at the DMV and go through all that in order to retake my driver's license photo, which is just not worth it. I was able to just change my address and order a new one online with using the same photo that I already had, so whatever. But my passport photo, I'm very excited, even though it's such a stupid thing. Like, it really doesn't matter, who cares? But I don't know, I feel like I never get a good photo for, like, my passport, driver's license, anything like that. So it would just be really nice to actually get a nice photo. And the fact that I can take it myself, I can take as many as I want and choose the best one and, like, really make sure I like how it looks. So all you need to do is stand in front of, like, a white or off-white plain solid wall. I'm off today. I was supposed to have a client in the afternoon, but she ended up rescheduling. This week has just been another slow week, but then next week I'm gonna be drowning because I'm gonna be so booked and busy. So I'm like, you know what? It's kind of nice. Like, I'll take it, you know? I'll take the Friday off to just get stuff done, so then that way I can go into next week and just focus on work and not feel overwhelmed, because I hate when I'm super, super busy with work, but then I also have like so much stuff that I need to be doing at home, and I just like don't have the time and energy to do both. So I want to make sure the house is like nice and clean today before I start my weekend, because I know once the weekend comes, that's the thing, like weekends in the summer, I just know I'm gonna want to be out and like going to the beach and with my friends. So I'm not gonna kid myself and be like, oh, I'll get to that over the weekend. No, I'm not going to. So I'm gonna do as much today as I can and do a little bit. There's like some weeds out in the garden, because with all the rain that we've been getting like the last few weeks, everything's just been growing like crazy. So there's a bunch of stuff I need to pull and cut down in the backyard. So I'm gonna do a little bit of outdoor stuff today too. And it's only 10 o'clock now, so I got plenty of time, because I would really love at some point later today, because today's supposed to be like really nice and hot and sunny. So it would be really nice to like either go to the beach or a pool or something like that. Oh my God, yeah, look, because then it's supposed to literally rain. Like today and tomorrow are the only days without rain. And then the whole like next 10 days, we're supposed to get rain. So I want to take advantage while I can. Of this stuff I cut down a few weeks ago, and just within like the last 2 weeks it has all sprouted back up and grown that much. It's crazy. So we're gonna go trim that down, and some of the vines that are coming through the fence. Oh my God, I was out there for, couldn't have been longer than 15 minutes. It is so disgustingly hot. My legs are already so itchy. I can just feel that I got eaten up by mosquitoes just in those few minutes. And I am covered in sweat, and it's just so nasty out there, and there's just so many bugs, and ugh. So I trimmed down everything that was starting to sprout back up. Oh wait, I should check. I know there was one I wanted to cut in the front of the house too. I'll do that really quick, but yeah, I just have to wait till the fall, like wait till summer is over, because it's just so nasty out there right now. And yeah, like I said, with the bugs, it just grosses me out, and it's like, just feels so disgusting. And I feel like on a nice, cool, breezy fall day, it will be so much more enjoyable and I could just be out there for hours because I do enjoy doing outdoor things. Like I could put headphones on and zone out and pull weeds for hours, but not when it's so nasty out like this. And like it's too hot to wear long pants and long sleeves and sneakers and all that, obviously. But I also feel like it skeeves me out having my skin just exposed. So yeah, I'm just going to continue doing what I can just to sort of like maintain everything throughout the rest of summer. And then come fall, I'll really like spend more time to fix it up out there. But yeah, that's all I got in me. But I'm glad that I started inside. I got everything super clean in here, mopped the floors. I have candles burning now in all the rooms to get it smelling nice and good. This guy right here, gotta go. This guy, yeah, okay. Oh my God, just stepping out there for a minute, got soaked in sweat again. Whew. But yeah, it smells nice and clean and fresh inside. I just have laundry that I need to finish running through. I want to wash all the rugs. Well, not all of them, not this big, huge one, but the rug by the front door and the hallway rug are washable. And it's been a long time since I washed those. So I'm gonna hop in the shower and get my pool bag together. My friend Mandy has a gorgeous pool and clubhouse at her apartment complex, and I literally feel like I'm like at a resort whenever we go over there. So she got done with work early for the day, so we're gonna go lay out and have a pool day, which I'm so excited for because it's just so hot and disgusting today that it's either like stay inside or go be in water somewhere. So yay, I'll see you at the pool. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Yesterday was the most perfect day off. It was productive. I got the house cleaned, took care of some yard maintenance, and then went and hung out with my friend at the pool, and we had the perfect pool day. Like nothing crazy, chatting, catching up, being excited about our trip. I got a lot of sun. Well, I can't show you. It's like mostly my chest and like my legs too, which I don't have pants on right now, so. But anyway, but you know when you get a lot of sun and then you just feel exhausted afterwards? That's how I was feeling. But yeah, I came home. I watched the last couple episodes of 5-Star Weekend. That ended up being a cute show. Like nothing crazy. It wasn't one of those shows that I was like dying to rush home to finish watching, you know, but it was a good, like, just easy watch. So yeah, I finished watching that, and then I just went to sleep early because I like physically could not stand to be awake any longer. So I was out cold by 9:30. Which was nice because then I woke up this morning with no alarm and I felt really refreshed because I am working today, actually, at least for the first half of the day. I am going to go out later tonight with my friends and we're going to go down by the beach, get dinner, and then do a little bar hopping, so that should be fun. But I am going to the salon. I just have one client. I wasn't planning on taking clients today, but one of my regulars reached out and asked if I could give her a haircut. So I'm gonna go do that and hopefully get some content. I'm gonna try to record the process of her haircut. We'll see how that goes. Because it's always tricky recording what I'm doing and making sure I'm like getting the right angles and that my arm is not in the way and that you can actually see what I'm doing, but also focus on what I'm doing and make sure I'm like doing a good job. And then I have a brand deal. It's like a UGC kind of thing, which stands for user generated content, which is exciting. This is gonna be, I think, my first time, I wanna say, doing something like this, which is crazy since I've been, you know, on YouTube and like making content for over 10 years now. But normally any brand deal I've ever done over the years is stuff that like I'm posting on my own platform and promoting to my own followers. But this is like I'm just making a reel basically and sending it to the brand, and I'm not posting it on my own page. I'm just getting the content for them to then use on their own platform. And it's actually a restaurant, a local place in town. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I get to go and eat and get a free lunch and then, you know, just make a little reel of me going there and get to work and make some money and then also eat. Like, yeah, don't gotta ask me twice. So that should be fun. That's also why I'm trying to make sure my hair looks decent. I washed it when I got back from the pool last night and I just didn't bother like putting any product in it or anything. So it was kind of a hot mess when I woke up, but I just re-wet the bottom layer so that can just air dry however, and then just tamed the front. And I'm just gonna hairspray a little bit. I have a widow's peak, so sometimes depending on how my hair naturally parts, it'll like, you see how it does that? There's like separation and it just looks like weird and stringy. I freaking hate that. So when that happens, I just take some hairspray. And I just hairspray it back. That usually does the trick. I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil on the ends. And then whatever is left on my hands, I'm just gonna tap over the top. And I guess depending on how this ends up looking after it's fully dry and I get back from my work, might end up being a good opportunity for me to get my passport picture. I don't know. We'll see what I have time for and if I'm feeling the way everything comes together. But I'm gonna go get dressed, throw a little bit of makeup on, and head out the door. I need to leave in the next like 10 to 15 minutes. Hopefully I can do that quick enough. But I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here because it's just gonna be too much for me to get all of my work done and the content I need to get, but then also like be vlogging at the same time. So that is going to be it for this vlog. Make sure you guys are following me over on Instagram. I have two pages, my hair page, Styled by Sam Vay, and then my just like more personal page, Sam_Vay. If you want to keep up with me a little bit more and just see like some more fun behind the scenes stuff. It's so much easier for me to like just post on Instagram stories when I'm out and about doing fun things. But I hope you have an amazing week and I will see you in my next one. Bye.